Hello YouTubers and welcome to the Budget Stacker. Today we're going to be talking about different philosophies of stacking precious metals and examine where you are on the budget stacker scale, just based on my observations and things that I've seen many other stackers do in their videos. Are you more of a pure stacker? Are you more of a pure collector? Or are you somewhere in between? So we're going to use my little meter today and see, kind of examine that question. So if you're interested, stay tuned. Here we go. Alrighty then, here we go. I'm going to get into a discussion about whether or not you feel you're more of a pure stacker or a pure collector or somewhere in between. So this is my little meter I kind of set up to demonstrate the different levels. Yes, I did spare no expense, but hey, this is the budget stacker channel, so forgive the quality of that. But anyway, well, the first level, of course, would be the pure stacker. To me, from everything I've gathered, these are the purest. These are the ones really that are people that I admire. I don't know if I can actually be at that level ever. I mean, I obviously do stack a lot that pure stackers would stack. This might be a little more pricey. They might go for different sales, different kinds of bars that are on sale, silver rounds that are at a good price. They're always looking for the very, very best price. And for what a lot of people are doing so far as their financial insurance, that makes perfect sense. To them, silver is silver, and I really admire those that can have that kind of discipline where it's just about amassing the ounces of silver. They're going to be getting the very cheapest silver out there. And in some respects, I think everybody who is doing some level of stacking needs to maintain some of that pure stacker mentality and make a portion of your stack just that, because it is a smart way to amass silver. Now, I'm not like that. I can't just go for this kind of just pure lowest price silver. Sometimes I need a little variety, and also sometimes I think actually there is an element where you want to make sure that if the stuff does hit the fan, that you can actually sell it at a good price. It'd be well recognizable. So I'll move the meter up a little bit, and I'll mention tier one sovereign silver is probably what I would think would be in that level. They want to have that recognizable silver that can be sold easily. Oh, that's Canada. I'm in America. That would be really easy to sell. Britannias are becoming more popular. They're just gorgeous coins. I had a bunch of kangaroos. Australia, that's another known one, tier one coin. Unfortunately, well, I mean, we all know that American silver eagles are the most sellable. You can, at least in America, you can sell these any time of the week. Right now, you're getting a premium. If the stuff hits the fan, you might still get a premium because it is most recognizable. So some people stack these tier one sovereigns essentially to really kind of have that ability to sell them if there's a serious situation, or even in the future. These will probably have more appreciation, or a little more of a premium that you would get back. Sometimes you'll just get spot though if the stuff hits the fan. So could be a good philosophy or not. Tier 2 sovereigns would probably be a little more up this level here. Now, a lot of people get the Tier 2 sovereigns because, they're interesting. They've got different interesting designs. This is Island of Tokelau. This is Cook Islands. What an awesome coin is that. You got goofy ones that are just commemorating cool movies that people liked in their childhood. These are not as recognizable, but they are sovereign coins, sovereign countries in most cases that are issuing these. So they have a little more credibility, less likely to be forged. So again, this is another aspect. It adds some variety to people's stack. A lot of people like to get these. I'm one of those. I include these. It's not the only thing that I do stack, but they are really nice to have. Add a little variety to your stack. So that's pretty much where that level would be. A little higher up the scale will be from more collectible coins. This is from the Perth Mint, and it's a series that they have. There's other, great ones like this one I just love, Dusky Dolphin. A lot of different coins you can get from sovereign countries, not their main bullion sovereign. So these have some collectability if the series takes off. If not, you always have the silver weight. If you get these like when they first come out, it's not that bad, a little more of a premium, but it's definitely not a pure stacker. They wouldn't normally get these because it's a little more premium than you would see. Now, as you kind of get right into the middle, you're bouncing against the pure stacker side versus the pure collector side. So as we get in a little more into this area here, you are going to see silver that is very much collectible. Right now it's kind of getting more so into an expensive area such as junk silver, or also known as constitutional silver, U.S. minted. In this case, I'm in the U.S., so that would be most valuable to me. You can get like barber quarters. These do have silver content in them. This particular one has 0.18084 ounces of average silver weight in it. 1916D. It's not exactly like, oh my god, that's a great collecting item, because it's kind of got some wear and all that. But then you can get into a little more of the collectible side as you start getting into like brilliant uncirculated, maybe a little more down there. You still have some silver weight, 0.7734 ounces, and this Morgan silver dollar from 1921. It's a brilliant uncirculated. Really nice detail to the coin. This has a value for the silver, but it really has also an intrinsic value as well. And you start to get more into that as you get into these older coins. I don't have an example of it, but I'll move the dial a little farther down here. This is not a gold, or it's not a gold or silver bullion coin, but there are slabs that come out with bullion coins in them. I sometimes wonder about that because it's kind of making it out to be a collectible coin when in fact it's a bullion coin, and there was literally millions of them minted, say for an American Silver Eagle. Other ones have a little less mintage, and that might be more of a collectible item, Libertads as an example, and maybe I can kind of see that. But yeah, I don't really understand slabbing bullion coins, but maybe it's just because I'm newer to this. So a little farther down the meter, and again, I'll have to use this slab, would be truly collectible. Let's say that was there. So you might find slab Morgan silver dollars that are graded by a professional company. This is NGC. There's a few other ones out there, of course, as well. And those would have some collectible value to them. But it's still got silver in it. So it is a U.S. minted coin with some silver at that point. Also gold, obviously, would work for this as well. I think, though, when you get down to the pure collector section, you don't even care if it is gold or not. So it could be a rare penny that's got a misstrike on it, or a rare nickel with no silver at all. To me, that is the pure collector. And if it's got no silver, no gold, I almost want to make a little mark there, because pure collectors, they're coin collectors, and totally cool. I can understand that. I don't think I would ever want to be a coin collector as much. Maybe one or two, a few, but not too many. It just doesn't interest me as much if there's not silver or gold content. Silver and gold content, I'm on board. I can see that. Definitely think that those will be collectible, because at the very least you always have that silver content or that gold content to go back on. But that would be my opinion. A lot of people get a lot of joy out of coin collecting, instead of just getting bullion. I truly understand that. It's just not something that I feel strongly in if it doesn't have some sort of precious metal content to it. But if it does, I'm on board for that. So basically that's what I would kind of grade all of these. You might have differing opinion as to what goes where. I mean, American Silver Eagle, a lot of people won't put it in this level because it is so expensive. So they probably put it more on the collector side. And I can kind of understand that right now. Constitutional or junk silver, also getting into that category too. I mean, it used to be a little more, I would say, in this area, because it was a great way to amass silver that was easily recognizable. But I'm putting it over here just because the premiums are just so high right now. Now, that does also say that things can kind of move along the scale as well, depending on where premiums are, depending on what conditions are in play. Personally, I'm a little more worried about the collectible stuff, the slabbed items, because I don't know how it's going to perform if the stuff hits the fan. That's kind of one of the reasons I do stack. And I've always heard a lot of those old auction sites talking about where the price was, and during the 80s, or it was here, but then economic times happened and it went way down. Things like mostly art and stuff like that. I don't know if that really applies to coins. I'd be interested in hearing others' opinions on that. But I don't think people are going to go out and get a silver denarius, ancient coin that's graded, or even other kinds of U.S. mintage coins that are graded, and look at it as anything other than the silver content if the stuff is hitting the fan. I could be wrong, and I'd love to hear your comments on that. But that's what worries me about the numismatic coin collecting, more so than the closer to the pure stacker collecting. I do like to have some variety, so I'm definitely going to throw in some different coins, just or rounds, sometimes coins, sometimes rounds even, that just interest me. So, but I kind of am on most of these scales, probably go up to maybe about here with my recent purchase of the denarius, probably a little more towards that. But for the most part, I go up to here, but I'm essentially collecting in this entire range. So that's kind of what I do. I would be interested in hearing your comments. What do you do? Are you more of a pure stacker? the one I admire, but I'm not as disciplined to be that way. Do you get into other items that are more recognizable, like U.S. or not U.S., but necessarily not U.S. Tier 1 coins? Do you get into Tier 2 coins? Do you get into collectibles more these days? I know some are really looking at the values that have risen in the last few years of some of the collectibles, and thinking that might be a good way to go. So let me know in the comments what you're doing right now, and we can discuss that as a community. And I do appreciate you hanging on to the end of the video. If you like the video, please do give us a thumbs up. It really does help us and encourage us to make more videos. And I do hope you can be a subscriber as well. But thanks for hanging in there and watching this video. And hope you're having a great evening, great morning, great dusk, whatever it happens to be. God bless. Take care.